Alright, so I'm not too sure how interesting this will be, but normally for guiding trips I would wake up at around 4:45, 4:30 and I'll make myself some breakfast because you gotta get those carbs and protein in the morning, man. If not, you're gonna burn away all your muscles. Although I don't have a lot of muscles, but yeah. Normally for breakfast I'll have like a bowl of oatmeal like this and some form of protein, which is eggs, and maybe some fruits. A bowl of oatmeal, and I put Milo in my oatmeal. You could call me a weirdo. And 3 soft-boiled eggs. Alright guys, so okay, let me do that. Alright guys, so the guides to get here at 6 AM in the morning. Set up our kayak. The Fever Mobile. It is huge. And there's Aaron, our chief guide. He always has his mask on, okay? It's just it's really tiring to set this up, I'm not even kidding. Okay, I'm gonna quickly set up now and stop being eye power. Alright, we're setting off soon. These are the guiding yaks. Those are my guys today. Bye. So this is where we say our departure. Heading today. They also watch Facepalmfishing. Surprisingly, the day is quite slow so far, but then they got a few good fish. We're gonna try a video today. Alright, so these are my guys today. Kelvin, good fishing?
Fantastic!
Yeah, Kayak. We had a good day today. We're gonna send them back. We're probably gonna do some fishing in the afternoon, so stay tuned for that. The trip, how's the trip?
Fantastic!
And we're getting Max now. Aaron is ordering. Okay guys, finally! We guide the whole day. And I've been holding this for so long, always seeing the guests catch fish. I also want to do some fishing. So, got my reel today, set up. I'm gonna do some micro jigging, see whether I can catch any good sized fish. So, hoping for the best, we're gonna go and launch. So, setting off, GoPro rigged up right here. Here's what I'm using today. I'm just gonna share now before it gets really messy later. I'm using a jig. This is a Shimano Coltsniper Wonderfall jig, 30 grams. It is great for combing the bottom. Great for especially our kind of fishing where we know we are looking for reefy areas, so this would verify whether there's any fish there or not. Yeah, this is my kayak for today, or hobby. So without further ado, I'm gonna set off. Now the audio quality was really bad, so I'm just going to explain what I was trying to do. We were fishing a new location and we wanted to explore new spots, so we were basically using our fish finder to scan and look for any corals below. So for places where there is corals, we will mark out the spot, and after finding a few spots, we will come back and fish it later to see if there is fish there. Alright guys, so I marked out some spots on my fish finder. Hopefully they contain fish. I'm just gonna try fishing the areas now. Alright guys, we've come to the end of the day. Teddy's trying one more drop. Well, the rest of us, we are done for today. So landed a good grouper, a small removum, and managed to find quite a few good spots. I could have definitely gotten more fish, but I'm using jigs, so the bite rate is slightly slower for jigs. And overall, it's a great day. I can't really complain at all. Good guiding trip in the morning and good fishing trip in the afternoon. What more can I ask for? So right now I'm just gonna pedal back. Whoa. Alright guys, the wind is getting really strong and we're gonna pedal back slowly now. The waves are getting huge. Right guys, so I apologize if the fishing segment is a little short today. That's because we spent the whole morning guiding and we were really tired, so we actually only fished for about 1 to 2 hours. To add more value to the video and to also try to hit 8 minutes to the video, I would want to share a little bit on my micro jigging setup that I was using that day. Now I wouldn't actually consider this as micro jigging because I'm using jigs like, I use jigs up to 60 grams, you know, 40 grams. The fishing scene is really political, and if I say something wrong, someone is gonna comment in the comment section and be like, hey, that's not micro jigging, man. So I would say this is like a light jigging setup. I'm not the best fisherman in the world, but this is just our recommendation, so take it with a pinch of salt. Let's start with the reel. Okay, basically I would just use a reel that is decent. How would I define decent? Now I would say something like a $100 to $200 Daiwa reel, or the $100 to $200 Shimano reel would work okay. This is because I realized that the cheaper reels, like the $50 to $100 reels from any brand, they don't really have good saltwater resistance, and I find them breaking on me quite often. But so far, I've been using this reel. This is the Shimano Stradic, and it has been working fantastic for me. Now for the line that I'm using PE line. I would recommend using PE line as well because it is line that is kind of made for sea fishing. Correct me if I'm wrong. And what's the benefit of the PE line is that it is a lot thinner than normal braid, so it cuts through the water better and it could help your jig reach the bottom better. But a lot of problems that come with PE line would be that it snaps easily to abrasion and shock. But so far I've been using this line, which is the YGK G-Soul line, and it has been doing quite well. So yeah, I would strongly recommend it. Okay, so that's for the reel. Okay, and then the leader, for the leader that I use, I would normally tie about a 1.5 meter long YGK 30-pound leader, or even Osha. Okay, so moving on to the rod. Now I would say a lot of fishing tackle shops and the fishing scene kind of makes it seem that you need a really glamorous, a really expensive rod for any type of fishing. I mean, it is true that some more expensive rods would definitely give you a better fishing experience. You know, you will have a better feel of the jig. But so far I've been using really cheap jigging rods, maybe because I'm just cheap lah. It has been working well for me. So this is the rod that I've been using for about 3 to 4 years now. It is the Sensus Golden Blue jigging rod. Mine is the 0.6 to PE 0.6 to PE 1.5 model. So I basically recommend any jigging rod that's around PE 1.5 or PE 2, or if you're experienced and you want to go lower, you could go PE 1 or even 0.8. Yeah, and so far this rod has landed me many fish, and this rod costs around $130 I think, which is really worth it because it comes with all Fuji guides, which is low-key rusting a little bit here. And also it comes with a Fuji reel seat, and this rod has been performing up to standard. Now for the jigs that I use, because we're doing drift fishing, the weight of jigs that we use really will vary, and you know, I use stuff as light as 20 grams to as heavy as 60 grams and even 100 grams at times. So yeah, I normally keep a wide range of jigs in my tackle box, but what I would recommend is basically just getting 30, 40, 50 or 60 grams, or maybe even 30, 40 and then 60 grams. Just try to get that range because that's normally what I use. Okay, so that's it for this video. Now do not exit just yet. There'll be a little present for those who have stayed this long, and that is a little teaser for next week's video.